Hello, y'all. So, this is how my 2 little week escapade ended. My nails are ratchet. Anyways, they're crazy looking. I wanted to do a manicure, but I got sick. I'm still going through it, and I literally just wasn't thinking about my nails. I just wanted to rest and do what I had to do. But here we are again on another week. I'm trying my best to behave and do this. So the first things first, I don't use acetone unless I absolutely have to. But it's not going to, like if you have weaker nails or you have thin nails, it's not recommended. But if your nails have been growing and you've been using acetone, go ahead. This is nail polish remover. It's some type of mineral oil, and it's less corrosive than actually acetone. My nails are pretty thick. I don't have a problem with thinning or anything, so I do use both. And let me tell you something, sometimes we go kind of like we exaggerate. It really is not going to kill you if you're going to use acetone. So remove your nail polish first. I did notice a lot of yellowing on my nails. This color was very dark. I loved it. I enjoyed it. First week, passed a couple of more days, and I was seeing it all crazy. But I wanted to put another layer of another nail coat on, and I was like, no, you need to really get these nails fixed ASAP. I did have some curry powder pour on my hands because I was cooking and doing all kinds of stuff. So that's not the yellow from the actual color. It's actually curry powder, and it is strong. So anyways, I did sew a little bit here, nail hangs, and I haven't been taking care of my nails for a while, and I've been neglecting them literally because of whatever, and I noticed that they were chipped. I had a couple of them chipped in very conspicuous ways, always the corners. My index finger again, I think it lost half of my nail. Sadly, it's a beautiful index is the most difficult because you're doing all kinds of stuff. It's basically the finger that decides, and it's just crazy. But anyways, we're just gonna do a regular manicure here. I'm putting in my nail cuticle remover, and I explain this again, but I'll explain it in every single video until I don't want to forget, obviously, but I don't want you guys to forget as well. So I'm going to repeat it again. I'm going to push my cuticle. I use my nails. I don't care. I just want my nails to grow. Stimulating that part is where your nail grow, but your nail cuticle is not your nail fold. And I explained this in my previous videos, but it seems like people still cut at a cuticle. Listen, if you say it's a cuticle, it's fine, but that is actually the nail fold. I don't cut it. It's not necessary for me. Doesn't bother me. Doesn't prevent my nails from growing or anything, and so I leave it alone. I do push it away, and I do scrape that off, mainly the cuticle itself, because I don't want the cuticle to be stuck in there. I want my nails to grow. That's how you stimulate growth. Some people find it gross when you're cleaning your nails and stuff like that, and if you're that type, please forward the video. I don't want to give you any gross feelings, but unfortunately that was how my nails were. My hands were extremely neglected. I feel ashamed, but at the same time not so sure. You know what? Life. And it's not like if I portray, oh yeah, no, every week, I'm here faithful to it and nothing happened and I don't get rushed and my life is perfect. I'm giving you a very unexpected result, which is not true because we have things to do, stress, etc. Because I got sick and my health has been kind of like, I don't know. I feel that my nails actually felt it, and I did so a little bit of peeling from the actual base of the nail, like peeling. And I do get peelings when I know that I'm stressed or I went through something. I do get peelings on my nails. My nails let me know my health. If my health is not good, my nails actually show it too. And so does my hair. But mainly my nails will let me know a lot about what's going on, something lacking. And obviously, when you catch a cold, you have to be careful. And so I push my cuticle with the nail remover, and I also did it with the metal because they were gross. The truth, I have to admit it. Very neglected, very crazy, and that area needs to be clean and also kind of like available for what types of oils that I'm going to put in during the week. I did oil my hands and I did whatever, but I knew that my polish was peeling. By the week, it was already peeling, and I just couldn't. I was just not having it. And please don't do that. Like, if you have the time, please take care of them, because that's how they're going to break. They're not going to last. Your nail polish is basically being that protection, because natural nails are more fragile than actually acrylics nails, and etc. etc. So, I did not use the hoof cream this time. I don't feel it's necessary. There's saffriate in there. And girl, let me tell you something. Length is beautiful. But one thing that I want you to understand, to be realistic also, because I think that we're desperate. I've been doing this for more than 5 weeks, and I'm finally seeing a free edge. And so it does take time. It's not like poof. You've probably seen this before. You probably heard it before. I've heard it tons of times when it comes to filing your nails towards one direction. It is important because the reason why is like if you're doing it zigzag or you're doing it back and forth, that creates a lot of breakage, and also it's kind of like interrupting the nail growth as well. And so that's how sometimes a nail actually breaks. And so this is extremely important for me because I feel like that's one of the things that I struggle the most in the beginning when I was actually growing my nails first. And another thing that I was obsessed with glass nail filers because I love them so much. When I finally realized that that was one of my main things why my nails were actually breaking after reaching a certain length, was because I was being rough with them while I was filing them. All right, so once you have your desired shape, you're going to make sure your corners are filed. I think I keep repeating myself, but this is extremely important because this is where they break. I think that no one becomes obsessed with their nails unless they have gone through all kinds of shenanigans with them. Like, I've learned to make sure that to keep them away from my edges, to keep them away, to file my edges, because I know that's where they were going to break. I didn't understood, like I thought it was just like apply base coat. If I do the top coat, if I do the color, my nails are gonna grow. I don't have to worry. And then I learned along the way all of this stuff that I'm actually showing you right now. And so you don't go through it. I think that is excellent to recap. I usually, because I'm not the greatest shaper at all, what I do is that I turn my hand opposite of me so I can see the length and I can see also how I can even them out. That's just the best way for me to actually do it. So okay, on to filing. Even though this is the video is pretty fast, make sure that the corners of your nails are filed and always in one direction. You don't want to overdo the filing either, because that also breaks your nails and creates filing your nails in a rough way or too strong or being too rough can break your nail, make it weaker, and or it can actually peel. So you want to do the filing as soft, one direction, and with a glass filer. The reason why I recommend a glass filer for natural nails is because it's the softest, best filer for natural. I did use buffer before, but it's not as good as a glass filer. And we're just gonna do this with everything. For now, I'm just going to make sure that my nails grow on a certain length, and maybe if I'm not greedy as usual, because this is perfect length for me, especially if I'm very busy and I use my hands a lot, but I might want to make them a little longer, and that's when problems arise, but it's possible, and you can do that too. Okay, so this step is necessary if you have a lot of ridges, or you have nail ridges, or you feel like your nails and your hands are very oily. We're going to buff the base of your nail gently, and this is just to make sure that your base coat actually sticks to your nail, because your base coat is basically your glue. Base coat is going to glue your color, and it's going to help also your top coat to last longer. I feel like this is my main thing to keep my nail polish as well lasting a long time, regardless if you're using your nail polish for just a week. It's still nail polish, so you have to prep your nails. There's dehydrators out there, but I use whatever I have in hands, alcohol, acetone, whatever I can find. I'm going to start off with base coat. And so I'm going to use the base coat from Essie. I feel that this base coat is it. I used Orly before, and I tried Essie, this one right here, and it actually works pretty well on my nails. I don't know if it's because I'm buffing my nail, I cannot say. I've used it before, noticed a big difference, and it sticks to your nail and it does the job. So I think that I definitely recommend this. I feel like it's affordable as well. It leaves this shine on the nail, which I actually like, and it covers up my actual ridges for when I had acrylics on, which I think is important. That only you don't want to see, what happened before. You don't want to see those ridges. I still have ridges from when I used to do my nails, which is like, oh my god, it's almost like a permanent thing, because I did them so much and I frequently use to go to different nail salons for some reason. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think that doing your nails on a nail salon is absolutely, like, some people, like, I've used to go to nail salons because I felt like I was being distressed. I was taking my stress out, and so it was almost like a relaxing time. But when I felt like sometimes different nail salons, I'm not saying all of them, but some of them have so many clientele, so many people, and sometimes I used to go there 9 o'clock, used to get out almost 2 hours later, so timing, all of that stuff. Plus, once I had to do the whole full refill of my nails, paying so much money. So I feel like now I'm saving so much money and I'm less stressed. And I feel like some people might do the same, manicure that I'm doing right here, right now, that I'm showing you guys how I'm doing it. And some people might not care and do all kinds of shenanigans on your nails. And so I feel like if you really want your nails to grow, why not doing it at home? I know some people don't have the same environment. Like when my children were little, to do my nails at home was almost like it was crazy. Or I had to wait when they were like sleeping or at school, or I have to make my own schedule to do my nails. But like I said, it's always possible. And my first layer or coating with color is going to be also, part of it is going to be on the corners and also on that free edge. You want to close that free edge. Please do not forget about that. I think this is important. And so we're going to do and repeat the same steps until we get to the top coat. I did notice these colors are rich, y'all. Like if you don't need two coats. That's what I'm saying. I did the two coats because I don't know. I'm so used to it by now. You don't need the two coats. With one layer of coat, I feel like one layer, it was very strong. Colors are strong. I like them. This is from Essie, and they're called expressie. And this is color number 150. It has a very weird name, strong of 1%. I don't know. I like it. I like the color. I like the actual color. It's beautiful. I call it pumpkin color. I think that is gorgeous. It might not go with everything, but listen, it's just such a pretty color. And so this is what's happening for this week. When I choose colors that are not like normal, like I don't use them often, what I do is that I change them maybe 4 or 5 days later. But we're going to see. Let's see. For now, this is what I'm going to be using. Take a look at this beauty. I love like these type of colors because they just make you bright. I like my nails to be bright sometimes, and depending on the weather, depending on the season, I might change to a darker color, but this is it. I love this color. It's very, very natural, like I said. And we're going to use, or I actually use, out the door. Listen, make sure, I understand these things are expensive. You don't have to, but make sure that you use a strong top coat. Because this thing, though, I'm telling you, oh my God, these are very strong top coats. I've used them before. And I do have a few favorites. This is one of them. The second thing is that I really like the nail color from Essie was that it was dry. By the time I'm done here showing y'all how to do this is gonna be dry. Isn't that crazy? My nail polish was dry. Out the door, it's great for when you're rushing. You want to be out the door, just like it says. It's not that strong. It doesn't have a smell per se. It's actually very liquidy, and it does the job well. And so this is the top coat that we're going to use today, and we're basically done, you guys. I'm glad if you have stayed this long. Thank you. Please subscribe. And I actually do this every week. I'm posting my journey per se. That's kind of like journey. Oh my God. But anyways, this is what I've been doing. I'm showing, as I go with my own experience, I'm showing you guys how to grow your own nails. Okay, so this is it. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. And so a little recap of what we learned. We learned that we need moisture. We need, first of all, a lot of water. We need good nutrition, and we need to dehydrate our nail in order for our base coat to actually stick on our nails. Okay, so our goal was to actually grow our nails, which we have, and we've learned, the importance of keeping. I think I've learned that lesson, not to be longer than I should with my nail polish, because I know they're going to break. If you notice that I have gone a couple weeks back, I had to do the same thing because of my lack of care. But I'm trying my best here, So don't promise you that I'm not going to do a disaster next week, but at least you can see that it is actually possible to grow nails that are healthy and natural. And please just try to use your gloves. I think that's also for myself, because I'm constantly like, come on now. Try to use gloves and moisturize your hands. And so we're going to do the same thing with our right hand. And basically, this is it. Nail color is done. Your base coat, your top coat. The last thing that I do, like, I'm not picky. There's some corners in there that might be painted, but I'm not picky. I just want my nails to be polished and presentable. And also for protection, of course, because I want them to last and also grow. And since I already basically just dehydrate everything, including my skin, I'm just going to add a little bit more of that cuticle oil plus the vitamin E oil. And that's it. We're done with our manicure. I'm thinking it doesn't take me as long as it's actually taking me by explaining these steps. Manicure that I'll do at home probably will last a week. But like I said, you really have to use gloves, and also make sure to file your nails correctly, to use things that are not corrosive for your nails, to not use your nails as tools. And that will help you tremendously when it comes to the growth of your nails. And so that's it, guys. That's about it. We have length, which is what we're aiming for, and I hope that this video was instructive, and I'll see you on the next.